What I'm doing is spinning on what's called a great wheel. They were also called wool wheels or walking wheels.
And this is just one of the many hands-on activities you can participate in when visiting the Daniel Log Cabin in Park Hill, located right next door to the Murrell Home, one of the few antebellum houses left in the Cherokee Nation. While the Murrell Home represents the more affluent lifestyle of the time, at the Daniel Log Cabin you'll experience the other side of the spectrum.
What we try to do is give them a sense of how a family would have lived, an average Cherokee mixed blood family would have lived during the mid-19th century. So this would represent how many people, probably the majority of people, lived in comparison to the wealthy Murrells and others who lived in the nicer homes.
It is here you'll see the remarkable and innovative ways people survived and even thrived in what were very difficult times. And just as life goes round and round, the Great Wheel was an integral part of that existence, specifically the government's civilization program, intended to teach Cherokee women the domestic arts. The results from spinning were as varied as the fibers used in the process. The variety of items that came from spinning were shawls, mitts, coats, towels, socks, and blankets, just to name a few. Now, when it comes to food, you'll see three different methods of turning dry field corn into flour, which was then used to make bean bread, a regular staple on many dining tables during that era.
And this was one method of grinding that we still had. It's a fairly ancient method, but you would take your stone and you'd put your kernels in here and pound them, and then eventually you get to the point where you can make a very fine powder. And there's more processes that go on into it, such as soaking the corn, before that in lye water and things like that, but this is where we'd get to.
Veronica says that the kids who come through love all the hands-on chores, but especially this one.
They loved grind corn, and I was a little surprised about that, but they really do. And the main one, though, is they like to fill up the one that you hand crank, and they like to fill it up, and each one wants to crank the whole thing.
The experience is as hands-on as possible, still maintaining safety, of course. But the cabin and skills taught here reflect a simpler time, yes. But you'll take away a new appreciation for what life was like then, as well as a new perspective to help you through today's daily challenges.
We hope that they don't just walk through and we talk to them and then they go, okay, that was nice, and go on back, home to everyday life, but they actually take some things back with them that they go, oh, okay, now I know how to do this, and they have some skills that they can utilize later on.
At the Daniel Log Cabin in Park Hill, I'm Dean O'Lally.